You're tuned into Inside Lowell. Inside Lowell podcast brought to you in part by Washington Savings Bank, serving the greater Lowell community for over 130 years. Make the switch now to Washington Savings Bank.
WellPoint. Unicare is now WellPoint. New name, same commitment to Massachusetts. At WellPoint, your whole health is their whole point.
Boston North Company, offering a wide variety of business solutions to help restaurant and retail clients save money. Boston North. Mahoney Oil Company, providing warmth and protection to families in Greater Lowell and Southern New Hampshire since 1925. That's Mahoney Oil. Francis E. Preventia Insurance. For auto, home, business, and life, trust the agency Greater Lowell has counted on for more than 40 years. Francis E. Preventia Insurance. GoPuff. A grocery store right at your fingertips. Use the code Lowell20 to receive $20 off your first order of $21, plus free delivery. Download the GoPuff app or visit gopuff.com today. And by the Massachusetts Pirates, bringing all the hard-hitting action and excitement of arena football to the Tsongas Center in Lowell. Get your tickets today by visiting masspirates.football.com. And now, time for another Inside Lowell podcast. Inside Lowell. If Lowell is your home, this is your place.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another Inside Lowell podcast. Inside the Massachusetts Pirates is where we are going today. I am your host, Teddy Panos, welcoming you all to our WellPoint studios. Unicare is now WellPoint, new name, same commitment to Massachusetts. At WellPoint, your whole health is their whole point. We're excited to have WellPoint be one of our partners here at Inside Lowell, as we are to have the Massachusetts be one of our partners. As part of that partnership, each week we're introducing you to key individuals who are part of the team. Could be a team owner, could be one of the coaches, could be one of the players. Today it is one of the players, and he's joining us on the Zoom line here this morning. Hunter Kelly, the starting center for the Pirates. Hey, Hunter, how are you, man? Thanks for joining us.
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you here. How are you enjoying our fair city so far? Have you gotten to see much of it since you guys kind of came to the area and began workouts?
Yeah, we've been around a little bit. It's a nice little city. Obviously, I'm from kind of the Philly area, so I'm used to the Northeast. So, coming up here to Lowell, it's a nice city, and we're really excited to be here, and excited to explore more of it as we get going.
Yeah, you were part of a trade that brought you here, right?
Yeah, so last season I was signed to Arizona. I didn't play there, but I ended up getting signed and picked up through a trade with Massachusetts, and then played the back end of the season, the last 5 games or so. So I'm excited to be back here in Massachusetts and excited to get to work.
You actually got a little bit of run in a NFL training camp. It was the Carolina Panthers, if I'm not mistaken. And actually, we talked to running back Darius Clark last week, who I also think had spent some time in the training camp with the Panthers. Is this kind of a common thread for the Pirates rosters? You get the Panthers guys?
I don't know about the Panthers. I mean, obviously me and DC, we were there, but there's definitely, we have a good amount of guys who've been on NFL rosters, which is really, really pretty cool, to kind of pick everyone's brain and kind of learn from each other and really just have such great talent on this roster. It's something unique we have up here in Massachusetts, and, we're excited to kind of show what we have with all that talent.
And we're certainly looking forward to seeing it. And it's not that far away. Season opener, just a few days away now. We're taping this on March 11th, but the season opener, March 17th in Green Bay against the Blizzard. And then your home opener, first game ever in Lowell at the Tsongas Center on March 23rd. I want to look forward to the season a little bit, but tell me a bit about your football journey and how you ended up getting here. When did you know you were going to be a professional football player? It's something, a lot of little kids dream about, right? Being a pro athlete, but very few actually get to experience it. So I'm curious how you ended up here.
Yeah, it's a long journey, but I'll keep it brief. But I played obviously since I was little. I've loved football since I was little. Played in high school. It's been something that's been a part of my life for a long time. I've been around it. I went to Penn State, played for 4 years. Grad transferred down to Charlotte. Had a great time down there at Charlotte, and played 2 years there. 2-year starter. Came out, and obviously had a little bit of time with the Panthers, which was really exciting. Learned a lot there, grew my love for professional football. As far as knowing when I was going to play professional football, honestly, I really was never sure if I was actually going to get to this level, but it was always the goal, and I kept working for it. When I came into Penn State, I was a preferred walk-on, so the goal was kind of far away, but it was still there. And I just kept my head down and grinded for it every single day in the weight room, on the field, in the classroom too. And I'm really grateful to be where I'm at. I'm grateful that I have two great parents, a great family that supports me, has allowed me to get to this point, and other great, loving, supportive people in my life that have been here. Some of them since the beginning, some of them since I started this professional journey, and, just great people in my corner who have supported me every step of the way. They're the real reason that I'm even able to keep doing this and keep going. And, couldn't do it without them. So it's been a great ride, and I'm excited to keep going and see where we can end up.
How did you end up deciding on the center position, or did the position actually choose you somewhere along the way?
Yeah. So it's funny because I never thought I'd be an offensive lineman until I got to high school, or I guess in middle school I was an offensive lineman. And then really in high school, it's like, okay, you're a bigger guy, you have to play offensive line. But as far as center, I played 2 games at center in high school. I was mainly a tackle, and based on my size, I'm about 6'2". My size kind of forced me into center when I got to Penn State, and that's been my main position since then. And, I love the position. I've had a lot of great mentors at the position, and I've grown really into this role, snapping the ball and getting going. I love the position. So I would say the center position specifically probably chose me. But I'm happy it did, and I'm happy where it's led me so far.
The left tackle gets most of the attention on the offensive line. We can thank Lawrence Taylor and Michael Orr, the blind side, for that. But center is said to be the most cerebral position, right? You're kind of the captain of the offensive line, and you have to call out signals for the linemen while the quarterback is kind of calling out the plays and making adjustments and so on and so forth. Talk a little bit about everything that goes into playing that position.
Yeah, like you said, it's cerebral. It's a lot of really, it all happens during the week when we're in practice and watching film, so that we can get as comfortable as possible. We can get everyone on the same page throughout the week. So when it comes game time, everyone knows what we have to do. Obviously I have to go out there and communicate what we need to do. But everyone's on the same page. Everyone's done the work, which is great. But there's a lot that goes into it, right? And in the indoor, it's a little simpler. And I say that just because there's less people on the field, less people to account for. But either way, you still have to know what the defense is doing. You have to read pre-snap deals in terms of coverage, in terms of linebacker location, and that's basically the same as outdoor. Outdoor, you just have more people. You have more people to account for. You maybe need to read certain safeties and kind of what their rotation's doing, which you don't really get in the indoor. But either way, it's still, it's a lot of pre-snap stuff. But when we go out there, we try to work as hard as we can during the week, so that when we get on the field for game day, it's kind of just, it's already ingrained. We know what we're doing. We know the plan. And when we get on the field, we just execute it.
Are most of the snaps taken in what kind of the way you see now throughout most of the NFL and college, the quarterback a few yards off the line of scrimmage, or is there a lot of under the center play in the indoor football league?
I would say in indoor, we go more shotgun, but we still have a good, healthy mix of both. So, outdoor kind of is back and forth, depending on the league. NFL, you have kind of both. But I think both, outdoor and indoor going more shotgun, I think, so you can have more options in the backfield, get more kind of a spread offense when necessary. But, you get both. I mean, but both have different kind of techniques to them. They're different. They both require repping it out so that you're comfortable with your quarterback, and he's comfortable with you. And, so we're continuing to work that. It's an ongoing journey. I've had to change up my snap multiple times throughout my career, just based on what feels right, what feels, good, and what works.
Mm-hmm. It's also said that the center is the most difficult position to play on the offensive line, not just for the cerebral stuff, but physically you're at a little bit of a disadvantage, right? Because your first thing, you have to make sure the ball gets to the quarterback cleanly, whether he's right under center or you've got to shoot it back a couple of yards. That gives whoever's lined up over you an opportunity to already be moving forward before you can fully kind of get into position to block them. Which do you prefer? Do you prefer run blocking or pass blocking?
It's tough because I love both for different reasons. I think for pass blocking, it's more of like an art form, especially as a center, to snap the ball, get out, get yourself back on levels with your guards and for outdoor tackles as well. So it's almost more of an art form, the way you use your hands, the way you kind of move. So I love it for that aspect. I think, run blocking is what it is. It's brute force. You're trying to move a man from point A to point B against his will. And you kind of just have to strap up and get to it. There's obviously some run blocks for a center that require a little more finesse, but ultimately, I love both because in the past you can work your technique. It's an art form, and then in the run you can just go and hit someone and try to move them.
That's usually the answer that I get. We're chatting with Hunter Kelly, starting center for the Massachusetts Pirates. He's joining us on the Zoom line. We're here in the Well Point Studios. So we mentioned the season opener, March 17th, 6 days away. How do you feel the team is shaping up and prepared? You guys have, barely been at it for 2 weeks now of practice? Is that enough time to prep for a season opener?
It's a short camp. It's one of the shortest camps I've been a part of, but that's kind of the nature of the game. Every team's in the same boat. So I think, we feel pretty good with where we're at right now. We have a decent amount of guys who are returning from last season and new guys. And I think that's really a good thing. I think you have veteran leaders who've been around, including myself, who can kind of show what we have to do. And then you have new guys who bring in a lot of talent, who are, about the process, and they're kind of coming along too. So I think we're in a good spot right now. There's obviously still so much, there's a long season. So, every day we're looking to get better at something, every guy on the team. And I think, as we go along in this season, that's just kind of what it's going to be. It's going to be a work in progress, but I love where we're at right now. And I'm excited to put the product out on the field. It
really is a long season, because if you guys advance to the playoffs and get to where you want to go, which is to win the championship, you're going to be playing till September, right?
Yeah, around that. I think it's sometime in August. I mean, it's a long season. We have 16 regular season games, a few bye weeks in there, and then you have the playoffs. So it's long. I mean, it's like the NFL. And so just learning to, take it one day at a time, take care of our bodies, and just looking to find something to get better at, even if it's just one little thing every day. As long as we can all keep doing that, I think we'll be in the spot we want to be in.
All right. Have you had a chance to check out the Songa Center where you'll be playing your games? I don't imagine you've been able to practice there yet, have you?
We did. We had one practice in there, which was nice. We had one practice last week. I like the arena. We were in there for a hockey game. There's definitely people who come in. We're excited to see the fans that come out. And it's a nice arena. We're excited to get in and play. And have all the fans there, and we hope we can pack out the arena. So we're excited to get going.
And well, we're excited to have you guys as well. Hunter Kelly, thank you for joining us here on Inside Lowell for our Inside the Pirates podcast. Best of luck to you. We'll see you out on the field during the year.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
All right. Our pleasure. Thank you to Hunter Kelly. And thanks to all of you for joining us here as well. Another one of the stars you will see on the indoor gridiron starting, as we said, March 17th, I should say, St. Patrick's Day. They'll be on the road taking on the Green Bay Blizzard. You can catch all the Pirates road games on their YouTube channel, Massachusetts Pirates. They're also on NESN and on Fubo TV. If you want to listen to them on the radio, they're on 980 WCAP. But of course, their home games, the home opener, which is March 23rd at the Sanger Center. We want you to get on out there in person and cheer Lowell's newest professional sports team on. Until next time, stay safe, everybody.